Right, hello everyone and welcome back to one of the games going into the quarterfinals. It is going to be the person that, if I get through, we'll be playing. So it's Mr. Page playing Black Orcs and Limassey playing Dark Elves. Both did a very convincing job of winning through in their respective round ones. So we expect a high quality game here for both of these. Let's have a quick look as to see what we've got. So we probably don't need the red-blue, and Black Orcs are receiving. I don't know who wins the kickoff. It's difficult to see on a replay. Now, broadly, what the Dark Elves have got here is they've got two Witch Elves, one with block and one with wrestle. We've got 12 players. We've got 3 blodging blitzers and then a naked blitzer with just block, and they've got a 12th player. What they don't have is an apothecary, and I think going into this particular matchup without an apothecary is literally one of the win cons for the Black Orcs, right? Can they bang them out? Absolutely no respect there for a blitz. So if a blitz had happened anywhere down the side here, or even potentially here, we'd have seen death and destruction, but it didn't, so we're fine. Oftentimes what we're seeing here is just grabbing and trying to cause mischief and mayhem. So what he's doing there is he's isolating out one of the players for... oh dear, you've got to re-roll that. The ball's not entirely safe, is it, right? Like, because that's blitzable, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, bang. Oh, you can push it there, and then just go and pick it up with a Witch Elf or something. You get multiple players there. I think the Black Orcs are taking liberties with ball safety in that respect. But look, that straight away casualty and nothing. Also, I'm surprised there's no screen going on here, right? Just put this guy around the corner. So we're going to see a plus 8 foul. That is hardcore. Doesn't get any bigger than this. And what we see there is 2 removals. So Dark Elves playing off 9 and setting up for a potential removal here on the next turn. Interesting to see how Limassey plays this, because this is one of those really problematic matchups where the Dark Elves win by spreading the play out and trying to cause tempo changes in certain areas of the board, because what they can do is they can... Oh, that's too narrow. They can suddenly be touching here, and then they can dodge away, and they're going to be on touching over there, so they can load the board very quickly with different players in different places. But if they play like this, or they play very, very kind of cautiously, well, it can and absolutely sometimes does work. It often is leaning into the fact that the Black Orcs are really slow and they don't care. So look at this, right? All this touching is going to happen now. I thought the big one with block and mighty blow would be blitzing, but it looks like he's blitzing with a guy lying down. And the reason I thought he was going to blitz with a block and not this guy, but the here, was because he could then get a +2 foul on this line man. And doesn't break armor. Turns out, well, actually, look at that. Look, he used the armor. 5, 6. Sorry, it would have been a still would have been a stun. So actually, it's not exciting. Davo, shut up, you boring man. Right, so now the Dark Elves are fighting back. That follow allowed the fight back. Nice, Nick. That's the only big one with block. This is still, even with playing into 9 Dark Elves, this is still no easy feat. That's really smart. I like the vomiting troll there. Very nice. Well played. Now, we should be saying this a lot, right? This is we're playing at high caliber Blood Bowl. This should be the sort of thing where we go, yeah, that was smart. That was good. That was smart. That was good. Constantly. Over and over and over. Instead, what we watch is dirty fouling. That is. Page is doing all the right things there. Now, I think there's a chain push to get this onto the ball. Oh, pause, 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 pause. Wind back, mother truckers. Right, so look at this. We've got this would then go to there, would go to there, would go to there. And then because everything would still be filled, she would get a frenzy hit and she would push this guy onto the ball. So there is 2D on the ball. There's 2D on the ball. The only trouble is, the only trick, the only fly in the ointment is that the second one is into 1D. So if you wanted to be super duper really careful, what you could do is, of course, you could bring this guy in here, because then you've got the 2 assists from here. So I'm really surprised we're not seeing that. But the turn opening that we haven't watched yet is rather suggestive of trying to surf these Black Orcs. I'd have gone for the ball, because being an elf coach, you kind of have to, right? Uh-oh. You can't turn this down, surely. Surely you can't turn this down. But if he follows here, he then gets a 2D block here, which means you can come here. What? Unbelievable. Unbelievable. My ghast has been entirely flabbered. Completely and utterly flabbered. And you're also not blitzing with the block thing. I think what you could have done though is you could have blitzed here and then stepped in here anyway. But we're not doing that. This has been... Yeah, okay. Alright, that's a good blitz. That is a good blitz. I'll let him off for that one. That is a good blitz. It's hitting the leader, the non-apothecary leader. So it's a reroll caddy and it's a 12th player. So it's a very juicy target, that one. Notice though that the Black Orcs, look at what turn they're on. Right, turn 4 and the ball has moved 1 square further forward. And that's alright for most teams. But what happens is Black Orcs become really slow soon. Because the Dark Elves can turn them into a treacle and they're not going to move. Please surf it this time. Please. Yay! It's a 3+3+ to get the surf in here. Gets it, makes it, loves it. And I think you've got to go back where you came from. And then you're probably looking at filling this square in and taking one more doodah. Yeah, now you're taking your 1D, because otherwise you're gonna get potentially surfed back, right? Because if that's a disaster bolt, yeah, you're getting surfed. If the Orcs wanted to surf here, they could grab it to here, and then they could grab it to here, and then they could kick it out. They won't. But look at this, turn 5, and there's no whiff of movement over the halfway line. Finally gets found. All bribes work. And then I like the idea of just staying put here and keeping some protection on this guy. But then I don't play Black Orcs, so what do I know? Wait, what? That's stupid. So we could take a 1D punt on this guy, and if we get him down... in fact, I'd take a 2D punt on this guy, right? Pause, 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 pause. Yeah, you take a 2D punt on this guy, and then can we get through? If the Witch Elf has gone through, we're just going to wind this back a second. Right, that's your out. Right, that's your board state. So that is your board state. If you wanted to play aggressively, and I suppose this is a question, do you want to play aggressively? So, Witch Elf 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, rush. If we took the block here, you see you have to take your 1D. If it's some form of knockdown, then the Wrestle Witch can dodge in on a 3 for 2D, 2D, and this guy's free to go and recover. some... I'm going to say, you... tricky to turn that one down. Mother truckers. We go back in there, take our 2D, we take our 1D, we profit. Follow. Nice. Instant full re. Oh dear. Right, so blocks are still slow. This one's dead. This one's no relevance either. This one, 1, 2, 3. The troll is gonna be required to form some form of screen. That's huge because it means that he can now blitz here. And then this guy will almost certainly be being fouled. Whoa, okay, I'd be building the cage in those squares and fouling. There's a little bit of both of those things going on here. Hey, let me say now we'll be capped at 10 for the whole game. And that's providing the 3 KOs wake up. We'll see that going there, and then we'll get a +3 on this guy. Now this looks... Yeah. One, 2, 3, 4+, 3+, for 2D, 2D. I mean, that's... If I said to you got 4-3 for 2D, 2D, you'd be like, yeah, all right. Orcs take that all the time, don't they? And given the board state, right? So it looks like he is going for it. No, he's not going for it. Going for it. And that's just an... No! What the flipping heck? The goblins are on turn 7. All they need to do here is just be able to have the goblin in scoring range. They should be able to cut back across the side. Jesus, Limassey is getting smashed to pieces here. Yeah, the ball. I think the target square for the ball is here, right? There is just one small little ointment fly. Is he going to put it there? Looks like he's going to put it there. I was a bit loosey-goosey with the doodah there. Yeah, because that 3+ doesn't work, and we have Tears at Bedtime. It's a 4+ to get in. If he'd have put a little bit more effort in, he could have made that 4+ for 2D, 2D. Oh, he's going to do it this way, alright. Witch Elf is going to come through, and it's 3-2 to get out, and then 4 to get in. Tomb King ball pick up. Didn't work. She's out of here. Okay, well, this is looking pretty bad for Dark Elves, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 KOs, plus 3 dead. So they're capped at 9, and they've currently got 1, 2, 3, and 4 players. So you're not the best if you're playing. If you're on Team Dark Elf, not the best. The page still on 2 rerolls. I thought he might have gone for a 3 dice blitz somewhere. Chooses not to. Right, most of the KOs are back. We'll just skip through the setup. There is only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Dark Elves, so this would be phenomenal if we see a 1 turn. Nuffles Doodah. This is a mighty blow for the rest of the game. We'll find out in a sec. Thought it was. Right, we get 1 more KO back, and is the Mighty Blow gone? The Mighty Blow is indeed gone, so it's not the rest of the game, it's the rest of the drive. Right, so Dark Elves are playing off 8, I think. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, yep. and they do have 4th reroll, so they've got a lot of gas in the tank. At this point, given this is the first game of the set, a draw is completely reasonable. So I would be playing this for the draw, and I'm doing exactly what this is the same play I would do, right? Scatter. You're not hit the page, you're too dangerous, I can't take your firepower, so I'm going to run away. Watch the second drive from the perspective of the Dark Elves. I'd like the ball on this guy, but clearly not. And I think with the Black Orcs, you absolutely have to hammer forwards and say, okay, what are you gonna do? What I also think I would do here as the Black Orcs is I would deny some width space. I wouldn't just give it up. Yeah. So he's stabilising the centre nicely. I think the Goblins could go a little bit tighter into the Black Orcs on the flanks. Because if the Goblins... I know you've got two choices with the Goblins. You can make it like a V shape here, and then when Limassey has picked which side, left or right, you can then go and, as a squad, little Goblin squad can move left or can move right. If they go and touch the Black Orcs, though, or just sort of stand kind of behind them, or side onto them, yeah, I like there. That's the square I really like, because it makes that a 3+. But the Dark Elves having none of it. And Paige deciding... very much so. Paige deciding to not. Oh, and then Paige deciding to. Alright. So the Dark Elves are going to have to do something now. The something they're choosing to do is continue to... Wow! Continue to turtle. Wowie wow. I would have just I'd have gone in here and picked one of these, because at this point, if you don't, then what? Okay. Dark Elves choosing to take the space. I think I like a blitzer over this side, because I want something with bludge capability. I sound like a missile. Yeah, I want bludge capable players on this side to be able to then push the flank. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Which is definitely leaning into, yeah, see, this is really leaning into the Black Orcs, right? Because they are suddenly, the Dark Elves they're 5 squares wide in terms of the total width of offense. The Black Orcs are like, well, wicked, we're only movement 4, we don't need to be doing all manner of fun stuff. This is scary. I'm not sure Limassey's going to get out of this, you know. Well, that's an interesting fellow. I don't think he's going to get out of this. I think he's too hemmed in. I think his mistake was absolutely in the previous turn. Dark Elves are not Speed Elves. Fuck me, this ball's exposed. He would... Okay. Got the Fortunate Power into the stun. Right, this might look better than it is. And yeah, again, we need to go back. We need to go back over there. We need to create the width. This is the same problem in a mirror. Now, what you can argue is the Dark Elves is that, yes, but Davo, we are movement 7. He is movement not 7. I'm like, okay, yeah, I can get behind that. I can get behind 7, not 7. And look, Paige actually having to respect the Dark Elves. Despite there only being like 3 of them left. There's no easy ones to kill now. You killed them all. Don't follow. Stand your ground. That's a really nice move, because what that's doing is it's forcing the Witch Elf to go backwards, so that's actually turned the movement Witch Elf into movement 5 player. That's really good. That's really good. And we now finally see width. Who doesn't like a bit of width? Got 4 rerolls. He's going to put them in. That's not very safe, that. That's still not very safe. I'll not leave it to chat at home, I reckon. Oh, maybe it is. Do you know why it's safe? Actually, it's safe because little shit here is tagged. No, it's not safe. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, they're so slow. They're so slow. But potentially he's going to be all right, because he's just going to put down the sideline. Goblin goes down the sideline on top. This Black Orc needs to come inside. Let's see a movement 6 Black Orc, I think. And the Troll must have boneheaded. But now the chance is on, isn't it? Right? The Dark Elves... oh, hang on. Is the chance on? The Dark Elves can get there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yes, the ball carrier is just in scoring range with Dubs go for it into Dub go for it. So yeah, she can get there, but it is 18 squares away. That's not enough. There we go. So that's movement 10, 9, 8, 7. Oh, okay. So it's actually, sorry, it's 1 less than maximum go for it. Right, so there's 2D on the ball this time. And we see a dead lad. A dead lad! Good news that grabs things out of the way. What? He doesn't like to go for it. I wonder what the play here is going to be then. Dodge both goblins? Yeah, it's going to be dodge, blitz, goblin, isn't it? The trouble is that both of these are scoring threats. And she's got jump up. Bear that in mind, please. I mean, not when she's in the Cas box, she doesn't have jump up. She had jump up. Jump up was a skill that Witch Elf did indeed own. I think Paige is, he's looked out a little bit there. And there we have it. Right, so that's the first one over. Oh no, I've not changed the thing. Oh, Davo, you massive loon. Hang on a sec. Oh no, it's not Lizards and Dark Elves. What am I doing? What am I doing? History, save replays. And we're going to go and find match number 2. Where are they? There they are. Got it. And what is it? It's not Black Orcs, it's Dark Elves. And if I'm clever, what we can do is we can swap that, put that there, we can pick that up and put that over there, then we can put that just there, then no one will notice, and all I need to do is change this to the team selection. Where are they? There we go. Look, we get the little graphic changed, and then we make him a bit bigger, and then we say, well done, Davo, and we then go and watch match 2. Right. Sorry, everyone. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Right. Let's. Oh, the Dark Elves won the toss and elected to receive. No, we were elected to kick. Mental. I mean, I suppose you do win the game on defense if you can win the game, right? If you can score a defensive TD, it's over. We will watch it from Paige's perspective. Brilliant coaching. So, looks like Paige won that one. And that's getting grabbed into the kill slot. So you take this block first, because then if you get the push, you can go there. Because you don't get the push. Ooh, a follow spicy. Well, presumably. No, he won't, presumably. I'm thinking about grabbing it this way, but he's gone the slightly wider version. The activation on the troll there is a spicy pinata, because if that boneheads, we have a real problem. He gets the kapow again. Again, he gets the kapow. Go fetch the ball, pop it in, presumably just here, I think. Yep. And then we have to go for the foul. Have the Dark Elves survived? The Dark Elves haven't actually lost anyone this time. Two stuns and a little bit of misery. I think we're going to see a 1D blitz here. What I would like to... Oh, that's nice, because you can get his chain out the one that's not completely kerfuffled. What I would like to see from the Dark Elves is a bit more width. So go round the outside, as some famous rapper once said. Because if you go around the outside, what you can then do is start threatening the goblins at the back, right? And if you're having to protect your goblins, what you're then not doing is potentially, throwing up a wall of strength 4. Chooses to not follow there, because I think he's going to try and target this down and kick it in the head. Paige probably needs a bit more width, I think, overall. That would be an instant apothecary if the roster contained one, but it does not, so it isn't. So we don't see one. Bribery. Bribe failure. Bribe failure. That's going to happen about 1 in 3, by the way. You know, you argue the call and have a bribe. You argue every single time. You're going to fail about 1 in 3. You need to roll a 1 or a 1. So it's the equivalent of rolling a 6 or a 6, right? Right. I'm looking for a pow on a bludger. And that happens about 1 in 3. So it's less good than you might think, arguing the call every single time. If, of course, you can re-roll the 1, then it's fucking brilliant. But you can't. The Dark Elves here choosing to pop in. I think, again, I'd go full pressure and attend those elves that are preventing the... Oh dear. the quick score. I'd send them all round the outside. Page now probably going to chain the goblin that's in, this guy into the ball. Then the ball carrier can move, and then the grab guy can grab, and Jesus Christ. So, Page won the first one. Limassey needs to win the second one, has now taken 2 damages, and is looking like he is going home. Proverbially. Taking an absolute battering as well. Jesus Christ. I do not want to play this. Not with my Kaz dice as well. Like, Jesus Christ. My Kaz dice were awful. That ball is less safe than you would expect from a ball carrying dude. Wow. Is Page going through in style? Turn 3. This is Page's to lose. Goes for the 3 up, 4 up, and then finds the ball. Okay. And then the blodging blitzer around the top left is able to get there. We do see wrestle on the ball. Where's it going? It is Christmas time after all. There is indeed a gift. That is what Dark Elves can do to you. If left unattended. And do you know what? What was I saying? Page goes through. Sorry, did I say that? That is very nice from Page. Nice chain pushing. And very smartly does not put it in front of the runner as well. And even better than that, gets the KO. Limassey will be relieved the leader didn't just get completely kerfuffled there. But I'm not sure where the ball's going. Because that Wrestle Witch is still roaming around. I am not sure where you're putting the ball. Is it going to just be tucked in behind the... You can't get to behind the guard troll, can you? Page now on 1 reroll. I don't think you can get there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, you can. No, you can't. You can tuck. There we go. That's tucking. Tucking! into clever chain push, into popping out, into using other Witch Elf to run through. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. No. Oh, into thing. Yes, very good. Because then the Witch Elf can have a go. Don't follow this up. Yep. That's very nice. Play of the day. Play of the day. Do not catch it. Do not collect $200. Do not pass go. Drop ball south. Leader picks his ball up. He gets this and he gets away with it. He has indeed gotten away with it. Look at that. That's done. Right. Limassey, despite taking 4 trillion tons of damage, is off with the ball. Is there a chain push here? There looks like there might be. Not what he's playing. He's playing for it, so it looks like it must be on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, because then... No, you can't block your own player direct. Nope, no chain push. just looked like a chain push. I think at this point, if you're Page, you know that you just need to draw, right? Because you won your first game, so you know you need a draw. So what? Oh, don't do that. So what does this look like in my head if I'm playing as the that's an instant apothecary. Yep. If I'm playing as the Black Orcs and I've done this a level of damage, if you go 1-0 down, which you just did, can you tie it up at the half? Maybe. You're not playing on any rerolls, so it is unlikely. But it's not unreasonable to play for the draw. You've just got to stop the Dark Elf drive. So really, all you actually need to be playing for here is probably you're playing for. I mean, you were always playing for damage, but you're now extra playing for damage. The only way you possibly try and make this work is if you can extend. Oh dear, you're about to go 2-0 down. That was unwise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh dear. Charging around the top with 2 of these. Charging around the bottom with more of these. I wouldn't be going for the ball with the first player. I'd want to get a scoring threat in first. Live a little. This is, yeah. I mean, this is now. Because if the Dark Elf score here, this is over. Right, we're seeing a game 3. I think Lemasse's got his turn ordering a bit wrong here. There's a few things where you could do this in a slightly more optimal order. But we don't know what the time bank situation is. I don't know what the time of day is. So I suppose when I say that you've got to caveat that with, yeah, but there are unknowns that I don't know because they're unknown. Whereas in Paris next week, we will know all these things. This is too narrow from Page. This is too narrow. That runner on the right-hand side is available if Page can find him. Not if Page can find him. If the Dark Elves can find him, I think they could. They think they can. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep. I think they've seen the same thing I've seen. Yeah. Reprieve land. Blitz the runner. Now, do you pick the ball up on a 3 or not? I like the idea of 2 tackle zones. That makes a lot of sense. And then what you are doing is screening off. I think he's going to try and get the equaliser here. He's handing this off as he's going for the score. What a ledge. Right. Let me say still holding 1 reroll. This does 2 things. It blitzes 1 off the ball, and it gives me a nice clear path to be able to take the Wrestle Witch and hand off to the runner. Now that is still 2 go for it to score. So it's 68% to score, 69, 69. Oh dear. Negative, Jim. Right. So it's the start of the second half. Limassey is winning, and he is playing off 8 players again. So this time he can afford to probably Daka without the pressure of actually popping it in. He gets another reroll. That I'm not sure I like. Unless you are defending that dude. You are. Pick the ball up. Pick the ball up. Yeah. Page needs a defensive score. No, Lima says Page needs to... Yeah, Page needs a defensive score, right? Because he's losing. Yes, Davo. This is where Black Orcs start getting exposed. Oh dear, that's far too vulnerable. If it is a power, you just go. You're following through here. Right, it's a big follow through. Yeah, one more go for it to make safe, and then north, south, and then nice player. One off. Just one off. Just stay there. Some people try and do too much, I think. I think there's a world where people genuinely, they just do too much. And that was a world. That was indeed too much. Apologies, my phone was vibrating profusely. Does Page take on the 4+ for 2D? I think he should do, you know. Because by the fact that he's moving basically everything else first, this is looking very much like he's going to. Because you've got nothing much to lose, so why not? He finds it. That is not the kindest scatter. But goblins have got stunty, so in they pop. Doesn't get it. Doesn't get it. That's a catching on a 5. Catching on a 5. Catching on a 5. Which I was catching on a 6. The ball. The ball has finally come to rest. And this should be escapable from. Get rid of the goblin and just accept the 3 up. He's taking a different 3 up. Where are you going to put the ball? There we go, that's 2-0. Now, I'm going to do something that I haven't done previously, which is I'm going to tell you the result of this game, which is that William Massey wins it. So we go to a third game, because I want to keep the VOD length shorter. So, yeah, we're going to have the third game. Because I want to hide it. I don't want people to open it and go, oh, there's 3 games. Because also, there was nothing else that happens in that game. There we go. Right, diving into the third and final match of Limassey Black Elves versus Black Orcs from Mr. Page. Here we go. And the mighty players get the received ball. And we're going to see pretty much the same setup as we have done. It's a slight variation, isn't it? That witch elf is slightly exposed. fine. I don't think that matters too much. What Limassey is absolutely demonstrating is that if he can, I really don't like that. If he can get a blitz or a positive kickoff event, he can go and put. Oh, there we go. Told you it was exciting. So we see a 5-player blitz, and Jesus, this is almost the worst possible. I think a witch elf around the corner here would have been better. And touch. Now if the kick, he's got a kind bounce, right? Because that was 4 more squares. If he had to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, then the page was probably ruined. But the fact that he got a kind-ish doodah. But this is why I like the witch elf being around the side here. God damn it. One block, 1 removal. And then we should be able to see 1, 2, 3, 4 on a rush. And I think the ball goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think it goes over there. And we defend it with walls of air. I think. Oh, he can't because he's... Oh, okay. Mage is taking maximum firepower on the line of scrimmage. So where can the witch elf get to? She can't get out of here. That's fruity. That's a 3 and a 3 for 2D on the ball. He doesn't go for it. Huh? This guy does not watch Purple Chest. This is not a dark elf after the Purple Chest persuasion. This is a dark elf. This is very passive from the dark elves. In comparison to what you... Okay, that's better. But the way you win that, you don't win this by fighting the Black Orcs. You win this by basically playing player, space-based player, space-based player, like, and just turn it into a net. And I guess you could say already the... I think he's blitzing the Wrestle Witch Elf. And then he's going to try and make a home for himself on the halfway line. And you follow that up in case you... 1, in case you snake, and 2, in case you... snake, you 1 in 9. Alright, where's the... Oh, right, yeah, good. Doesn't get kicked out. Or does he? Does. Bribe fail again. That's second time in 2 games in this set that we've seen the bribe fail. And that 1 in 3 that I was talking about in the previous game popping out and ruining its ugly head. It's Ruggly Head. It's a Ruggly Head. So... now the Dark Elves could, in theory, knowing that this game is the decider and could well go to 24 turns, start trying to target down the Goblins and get themselves a bit of a player, I'd say player advantage, the ability to be able to not attrition so much, right? The Goblins are the key here. All the 1 in 9s Page can't use Brawler for. I think that's a follow. I think that's a dead. Fine. Right. Dark Elves. How are you going to respond to this now? I was playing Dark Elves. What would I do here? I'd be blitzing with block, I think, is probably what I'd be doing here. But it looks like he's not blitzing with block, so he can take the 1D and take the 1D. So I dodge and touch this goblin. Take some of the momentum away from Paige. And I wouldn't leave this on the floor. And if they... And as you know, the dark... Right, and this is another reason for, I think, touching here. Look at where the ball's going. He's got to go. He's got to go, this guy. He's got to. Because you're going to need to start thinking about yardage. Because bear in mind, the cage only moves at 4 squares a turn, and that's at maximum warp. Right? Maximum full throttle. It's moving at the speed of a sloth. And a dead one at that. Right? The speed of dead sloth. And he's also kicked out. So Paige now down to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Wait. He's down to 9. Flip me. Oh, I'm blitzing goblins all day long. Oh yeah, I remember this build. This is this slightly unusual build where Paige has decided to take only 11 players. I remember. Jesus. Yeah, the goblins. Absolute loons. You've only got 2 left. Wow. Well, it's looking terrible if you're Paige. And I remind you all, the winner of this game is going to be playing the winner of my game versus JLev. So the player here is definitely playing OWA because JLev and I are both playing OWA. This is much better, right? Charging forward here, much better. And I can tell you that game has been decided because we've played it. And I can tell you that it's been described as the best game of the World Series. Sorry, the best series of the World Series is how it's been described. Not by me, by other people. The dirty troll serve. Which, I mean, it's a huge payoff if it works. Let's take both down there to not get Surferoonied. But it is basically now KO'd because it's not going anywhere. Why? What? I don't get it. I don't understand that move. I also am not sure about following this blitz. I know the troll is isolated there, but this is asking for it. This is asking for a lot. And one thing that Limose has demonstrated is his ability to change things. So if you leave spaces and gaps and stuff, okay. My God, he's been sent off again. He's gonna have 1 goblin left. Oh my God, he's got 1 goblin. Oh my God. So Paige is capped at 8. Wow, is all I can describe that as. I'm also mildly surprised that he's not surfing the troll, but oh, he's going to blitz cage corner. I am... My ghast has been utterly flabbered, if I'm quite honest. This was Page's drive, and it has gone very wrong. And we cast our minds back, right? The drive initially, I mean, I suppose you can throw the goblin with a troll. Has the troll moved? Troll has not moved, right? Troll has not moved. So you throw this over the top. You do not kill your own goblin. If you do, it is kerfuckled. Oh dear. Oh dear. I actually, and this is going to sound bizarre, I don't actually hate a goblin fowl. But I suppose you don't need to. Yeah, this is I suppose I don't need to, right? Do not snake. He's now just in scoring range. That's a 5 up, 4 up. So Page requires 5 up, 4 up to stop the score. Doesn't get it. And now Limassey, with one reroll, is able to charge in and get the defensive stop. Wow. Right, so we're into the second half. The Dark Elves are receiving. Whoops, back a sec. We'll watch it the last drive from their perspective. Now, they don't need to do anything. They don't need to go clever. They just need to not give the ball to Page and his goblin. And his one goblin. And somehow, they've got a numbers advantage. Best way to play this out is be nice and wide. Right, like this. Be nice and wide. And threaten one side with your option to go the other. And I think you are obliged to... No, are you obliged to reroll that? I mean... Page, do you throw the goblin? Go for the defensive one turn? And live in history as the guy that did that? Maybe. I mean, that would be pretty cool, wouldn't it? As a neutral, maybe as a neutral. I think that is pretty cool. Not sure I am neutral. Maybe I am. He's going for it. That's fine. Oh my god. What about that? What about that? Well played, Paige. Amazing. Amazing. So now Limassey, you need to score, because you didn't pick the ball up. You silly sausage. Oh, dearie me. We'll go back to watching from the Dark Elf perspective again then. Now this time, pick up the fucking ball. Blitz. Oh, timeout. So now we are... turn 11. So I tell you again, basically what we need to see here is... What the fuck? You're going for a 1D2... Okay. So he's going for the surf. Which I can get behind if you just make one small adjustment. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just do that. Just do that. And pick the fucking ball up first. Because Jesus, did we not just watch what happened? Right, the Black Orcs have got a real problem to decide what to do here, because the Dark Elves, where can they get to? They get to... ideally, the Dark Elves want to go and stand about here and try and fight one of these. They're not going to. They're going to just blitz through the middle and go banging this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, they're going to blitz here. You make a home here. Stand this guy up. Witch Elf blitzes. Thanks ever so much. He's gonna blitz, but he's gonna block here as well. That's what this is. Yeah, that can step in as well. Oh my god, you little greedy Tinker. Yeah. This is 1D territory. Wow. But the Black Orcs just being exposed for being slow here. Right, the Goblins fill in the gaps, and there is no gap filling going on. None. Like this guy, right? 1, 2. It's 2 turns for him to get there. In 2 turns, the guy's in the end zone. This is not helping. You are not helping matters. Oh, he's abandoned his troll. Why didn't we put a player here? Because then we're not abandoning the troll. 7 squares of thank you very much. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we can stand 1 there. Then we can take our 7 squares of thank you very much. I like that being the blitz, if I'm honest, but I think that we're going to see little greedy goblin here. He's going to be blitzing the last remaining goblin. So yeah, I'd just take the extra square. Why not? Right? Why not? Oh my god, he got him. Is he dead? No. Thick skull on the goblin saves the goblin. Wow. And this one is worth, yeah, this one is worth a go for it. I don't think it's worth a reroll, but it is worth a go for it because what it's doing is it's just making that angle slightly harder. He did put the reroll in. And if only there was something stood near the troll could then come and be a productive member of society. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ball can go and stand there. And we are blitzing this little tinker here. What? What? Alright. Okay, follow. And then we're blitzing here. What? Orpington? Okay. Okay. That was different. That was I think I described those as high risk plays. Now you've got these 2 assists in here, you can probably be safe. So you don't need to drop the foul in. Yeah, okay. Okay. And then I suppose what he's going to do is just jam in. Jam in? Yeah. A little bit of jam in. Into this guy, then the troll can come and slam as well. However, the problem here is that there's 2 unopposable assists. This troll probably needs to go on warp drive and stand there. Like, realistically, that's the square for the troll. Yeah, okay. Throws the reroll into it, doesn't get the payoff. So, if the ball carrier blocks, that would be really silly. But he could. I mean, you could block this way. They're both terrible. Oh my god. Now the Witch Elf stood in the wrong square. Because that's of no help. So now you're obliged to put this in. What? Okay. Well, then blitzing this guy on a 1D? I suppose you have to, don't you? Last reroll from Limassey. That is what I would describe as a choice. And there's 2D on the ball. Well, there's a Vom on the ball, isn't there? Ballo Vom. Vomo ball? Okay. Vomo ball. Bad news for everyone is that there is just a simple 2D clear here. That's a better 2D clear than the one I immediately saw. And if we've stinned something in there... Okay, so he's just scored. Oh, that was 10-16. Cool. Okay, fine. Right, so it's 2-1 to Limassey with only one Goblin. I don't think this is even possible because what you're looking for basically is a touchback. So... yeah, we're fetching it with a Black Orc. It's not gone that deep. It's actually possible. Alright, so it is. So you're saying there's a chance. We've seen Paige do one incredible thing already this game. Can he do another? He doesn't need to square forward to do that. So it's just simply a 4-up pickup into a 3-up handoff like it would normally be. So it's only one roll harder. This is one a little tiny little bit harder. So here we go. Rolls a 1, he would have failed that anyway. He gets the 5, he would have passed that anyway. The Goblin has picked it up. Here comes. He's fumbled it. He's launched it, it's landed. And it's not landed. So there we go. So, either JLev or myself will indeed be playing Limassey. So congratulations to Limassey. Commiserations to Twitch streamer and YouTuber Mr. Page. And we look forward to seeing them in the next round. Whether it's me or JLev, we'll find out. But yeah, that's 4 people now sorted. I haven't got the graphics sorted because I was playing my game. So well done. That's 4 out of the quarterfinalists sorted. And there is in fact a 5th because I know of who or me or JLev has gone through. So I know who Limassey is playing, but you don't. Anyway, see you all in the next video. Thank you very much indeed for watching.